Hi, my name is Ryan Cheek, and today we are going to go over returning values from a method in Java. A method may send a value back to the statement that called the method. These are called value returning methods. Real-life examples of value returning methods are parsing values, methods that are used to parse values that were once another data type, and reading in integers from console. For data processing, sending multiple integers or string to be processed and returned without having to retype redundant code. A value returning method must return the value type back to a variable representing the corresponding data type. Initialization of a value returning method is like so. You have public static int, which describes which data type the method is returning, divide, the name of the method, integers a and integer b, which are the parameters the method accepts, and it goes down and returns a divided by b. And you remember, since this is returning an integer, it's only going to return the integer value of a divided by b, not the entire float. Here's utilization of the divide method. Integer quotient is equal to divide 20 by 2, and when you system.out.println the quotient variable, it will output 10. And this is an example of a value returning method that adds two integers a and b and returns the sum. Problem 1. Write a method named showChar. The method should accept two arguments, a reference to a string object and an integer. The integer argument is a character position within the string, which the first character is position 0. When the method executes, it should display the character at that character position. Alright, so we're going to write a program that demonstrates returning a value from a method. I have my commenting at the top, my name, program description. Our input will actually have no input, and the output will be a chosen character from a string. Alright, so I have my public class showCharacter, same name as the file name, and my main method so we can get started. So actually what I'm going to do first is I'm going to come outside of the main method, and I'm going to write a class named showChar, and it's going to accept a string parameter, str, and an integer, which is the position of the character we want from the string. Okay, so now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say return the value, and then I'm going to do str.char@position, POS. Okay, so what it's going to do is it's going to accept a string and an integer, and it'll come down here and it'll say, okay, I'm going to return a character from this string at position whatever you pass it, and that should return a character as we have specified. So I'll come up here and I'll do a test variable, testchar equals showChar hello world, and then we're going to do the W, which is at position 7. Remember, the first character in a string to the far left is always at position 0. Okay, so what it'll do is it'll come down and it'll say, okay, testchar equals showChar hello world 7, and it'll say, okay, we're looking for a method named showChar that's going to return a character. So it'll come down here and it'll find this method showChar that's specified to return a character, accept the string, the position, and return the character. Alright, so let's come back up here and test out our character. Alright, so hopefully when we run the program, it will print an uppercase W to the screen. Okay, so compile it. Compiling went great. We'll run it, and as you can see, the W was printed to the screen, which is exactly what we wanted. In conclusion, value returning methods must return the same data type as the variable that's being used to call them, and void methods do not return a method and can be called without a variable.